I am Professor Vinster, and welcome to Jurplastic World. I want to show you how I repair. And somebody will say, well, why do you do it that way? Then you have to repair it. Well, I like to do the models so that they're not heavy because I actually like to put them on to dioramas that maybe with driftwood. They've got plans for this one, so I have to do what I have to do with it first, and it's going to be I'm going to show you two different ways that I'm going to do it. One way I've always done it, and another way that I'm just going to try. I haven't even tried it. It's something I'm going to do right in front of you, right as we start, and it's going to take a few different tools. Simple tools that you have around the house. That's really easy, I believe. Maybe some glues that you haven't got around the house. But um, anyway, put these up. I'll look into that camera up there, and we're going to get started. And we're going to go to the camera down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm going to show you this first, actually, before I do all that. And if you're looking in here, you can see some little holes. And if I turn it around, same thing. You can see the little holes in the ice itself. And I knew, and I always know that it's going to happen. And I'm not worried about it because I like the effect of what I do after it actually adds some depth and and it makes it more mine. It's one thing to push a button on a printer and put a file and push a button, send it to the printer, print it. But it's also the extra beyond that where you take it and do more with it, which I paint and stuff. I don't just stick them on the shelf and that's it. I've got stuff sitting on the shelf because I haven't done anything with it yet because I'm waiting for the proper time or my mind on exactly what I'm going to do with it. And sometimes that creative part is when I go to bed or I'm sleeping, and you probably get that too. So, anyway, without further ado, some people will say, oh, you talk too much. I haven't had that yet, but I'm sure I'm going to get it one day. Um, the hot glue, the thicker hot glue that I have, and I can put it down here. Um, I'm not advertising for the company, but I like the stuff. And with the kicker, and I'm also going to use something different too that I have hidden back here. Not hidden, but it's back here. And I'm going to do something first. And it's going to involve toilet paper. So I'm going to cut a bunch of pieces of toilet paper for myself to do. I got a little fan blowing there because as you're in a room, usually when there's printers going and stuff like that, your humidity is low, but the heat is high. And I'll have to turn that just that side. Okay, so I cut myself some pieces of toilet paper, and I might want to go maybe a little bit smaller. Cut this here. And what I'm going to do is, if I can, I'm going to. I've got a piece of glass down here, so I can do my thing, and I don't have to worry about it gluing to it because I don't know if you ever tried to glue glass with glue before. It just usually doesn't work. So I put some glue there, and I'm going to put the piece on there. And I've got an old X-Acto blade that I use as a scraper, and I'm going to put it in there. Now I got to look to see if I'm showing you, and it should be showing you. And then I apply that. Now if I let it dry on its own and don't touch it, it'll dry that color. I'm going to put some more glue on it. And like I said, I'm going to use this as a scraper again because it's easy to peel off the steel. And I'm going to put it on. You hear more than a lot of people saying it's hard to film and do something at the same time. But I also want to share what I'm doing. So now I can trim that piece off after. But if I hit it with the kicker now, It's going to turn a yellowy color. So you're going to get a bit of a yellowy color on it. See? But that covers up the holes. And that's getting pretty good. Now I could probably bend this to fit across there, but I'd rather cut that off after. Now I'm also going to redirect a piece, and I'm going to have to cut it again because I can see where I'm going. It's not going to fit unless I go around the foot. And I don't want to put it on top of the foot of the bear. I'm going to put that in here if I can. Maybe I'll put it through this side better. There we go. That's around the foot. And now, that's why we have lots of tools nearby so we can strategically locate. Sometimes words don't come in my mouth that good, but I know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, we're going to put that in. Smooth that around. Go to the other side. Smooth that around. Just lifting up on that side. And I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to get a sharp knife. And I'm going to cut a piece out of here that I don't want, if I can. There we go. So that puts that down there. And fold that up there like that. So this is like fiberglassing without the fiberglass. Now, when you put the kicker on this stuff, it can smoke. So you kind of want to watch your eyes. I'm going to put some more glue on it. See if I can pin this down. I got a little bit on the foot, but I'm going to cut that off later. Now, I don't know if you can see that. That part's starting to dry. Stick that down. And I'm going to hit that with the kicker. And I can smell it. And it's smoking. So there's a lot going on there. So put that down. Keep your eyes away. When you're wearing these glasses, your eyes get closer, so you got to be careful. It can sting your eyes. So what I'm going to do with this piece is I'm going to put it in there. So I want to cut it on the angle that it goes in. I want to put it through. Oops. All right. Maybe I'll just do this outer spot first. Now I'm going to try this stuff. I've never tried this before. This is a total experiment. And the UV light. So this here, the formula, it's in a let's see, it's art glue. It's called, but it's actually in an epoxy. And I'm going to put it on here, and then I'm going to show you what I did. Because, like I said, I haven't tried this yet. So I'm going to give it a shot. Now I want to put this lid on because I've put it on there. See, it's a little bead there. So, and then I'm going to spread it around. And I'm going to see how this works. I want to see if it actually goes through. Maybe I'll flip it over and put it on that way. Yep, that'll actually works. Okay, well, this is, like I said, I've never tried this before, so this is something new. So I'm hoping that it might work for me. So I want to flatten it down, put it on. I left some out. I'm going to see if I can cut it off. So this is probably not as effective. And then take the light to it. I don't know if you can see that. You can see that through there. And I'm going to take the light to it and see if it works. That's a wider, more concentrated. And we'll see what happens. Let me see if it's actually, there you go. Yep, it's hardening up. Okay, it's not moving now. Okay, so there's another. Seems to be fine. Now I was also thinking from underneath. You can see that underneath it's all not, the holes aren't as noticeable anymore as it was when I first started. So I could actually glue it from in here onto the toilet paper and give myself a better bond. There we go. So that should do it. And I put that right in front of the camera. Put the glue to the one side. So there's the holes that were there that are now filled in. Same on this side. And I'll have to cut this piece off, but we'll see how it works. Cut that piece off. And then see here, if I put this here in there, put this in with this, like I've been doing. Still got some epoxy on it. So that doesn't want to sit down there because it's got epoxy sitting on it. So my step would be to clean this off. And then put another piece in. And we'll put this piece in there. And we'll hit that with some hot glue. Put it down inside. You can probably see that over there. And hit it with the kicker. There we go. Now there's some other spots that need to be glued up. And this is the thick stuff, so this stuff goes, covers big boo-boos. Spray that down. And then we got a spot right here that we're going to fill in here. Same idea. Right there. Put the glue on it. Generously. Put that like that. There's a small spot that doesn't look like it needs to be covered with the paper. We'll do that. And we'll hit it with this, and I'll show you how we did. Put that out of the way. And right there. And then we can go around trimming it after. But if you notice, there's your problem solved. And you can just prime over it if you want. Sand it. It's very sandable. And then prime over it. And it's just like snow or ice. And your problem is solved. And like I said, once it, well, that's as hard as a rock. See that right there? This piece here can be actually cut off and trimmed. See? Put it that way. Hopefully you've seen that because same with here. Oops. Let's see if this one. This one's with the epoxy part of it. And there you go. You can hear it being cut. So there you go. So hopefully that showed you a bit more of how simple you can fix something up. And like I said, look at the difference. Look at the difference. And we'll put it up there. See? And the holes are gone and repaired inside. And there you go. And that's what you could do. You could probably do it with Mod Podge because that's where I first started using the toilet paper and paper towel with Mod Podge, and it works really well too. But I find the kicker and that it's actually sandable and it works out really, really well. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.